Good morning to all. Welcome to the video session for the green technology. In this video lecture, we are trying to learn what are the adaptive measures need to take for the Himalayan areas. In connection of the previous sessions, we do have seen the adaptive measures for the low-lying coastal areas. Similarly, inland areas also we do have seen. Similarly, adaptive measures are belongs to the country's specific measures we need to take it, because when the climate change is going to be taking place and automatically certain adverse effects are going to be, we need to face it. Regarding this one, the government have to take the adaptive measures to facilitate their country people in their own capacity. So as we know that the developing measures for the Himalayan areas, in this, because we know that the climate change is on the way. Maybe this is the part of the earth cycle one we need to understand. So in this case, what will happen? That Himalaya is giving the lot of the snow and the ice is going to be accumulated on the top of the hills in this case, because the height is going to be the one of the main factor where the water is going to be, that means vapor is going to be condensed and settled over there. At the same time, it is giving a birth to the number of rivers like Gangas, Hindus and Brahmaputra. And then what will happen in this case? The rivers are going to be carrying the Himalayan melted waters, the melted ice, and they are providing the drinking water to the millions and the people. At the same time, it is also supporting the various industries and hydropowers and the irrigation purpose, means the many people that depends on these Ganga rivers, and that means Himalayan water. That means it is going to be one of the important aspects in our daily life. So then the Himalayan areas as a unique ecosystem and biodiversity, it's agriculture and spectacular tourism also we can say in this case. So as we know that the Himalaya, because of these heights are going to be attracting the many people as a tourism. At the same time, the agriculture is taking place. That's because of these water facilities and the biodiversity. In this case, what will happen, the different kind of creatures are going to be living, so and whatnot, all the ecosystem was developed according to their requirement. So then what will happen? So when the climate change is going to be taking, one thing is expected that's going to be the global temperatures are going to be rising. So when the temperatures are going to be rising, what will happen? So as we know that the climate change is going to be one of the reason, it is going to be affected in all the three seasons, like summer, rainy seasons as well as the winter seasons. In this case, what will happen? So there we can see the glaciers melting into a lake in Himalayas. There we can see here the accumulated the ice is going to be started melting when the seasons are going to be changed. This is going to be a common phenomena in every seasons, but in this case in the winter also they started to, the water is going to be started to converting from the ice. So then what will happen? They are going to be formed like a lakes. In this case, there we see the top of that hill, that ice was completely melted and that was gone to the low lying areas as the rivers. So then what will happen in this case? There we can see once these melted ice is going to be formed then as a lakes, and they are going to be trying to move towards the low lying areas. So there we can see some of the rivers are going to be started at Himalaya. From India to the Pakistan, there are going to be different types of rivers are going to be moving. So there we can see Satluj is there, Chenab is there, Jhelum is there. So then what will happen? These are also merging in the Pakistan at one point of the time. So then in this way, they are providing the agriculture to the Pakistan as well as the India and different tourisms and many more. And then these rivers are moving towards the west side. And then in India side, what will happen? That the melted ice is going to be started to move in terms of formed a Ganga river, and it has a subsections also, sub rivers also there. At the same time, Brahmaputra also, it's going to be moving from the China, all these areas, the Brahmaputra in this Bangladesh, Bhutan and Myanmar and everything it is started to covering is there. Almost 8 countries it is started to move, and it is providing the lot of facilities to the different types of the countries. So then agriculture on the Ganga river, as we know that when it is going to be within the limits of the ice melting, then there is no problem, automatically everything will go in. So then what will happen here? See, agriculture is going in a different fashions India and all the 8 countries, it's providing the plenty of water. So then what will happen? They are cultivating the rice and other kind of the seeds. So where it is required, the society. There we can see the bank of the river also they are cultivating, and then there we can see at the hill areas also they started to cultivating, and the crops are going to be started yielding. There we can see this kind of that biodiversity is going to be existed around in and around the Ganga rivers and the Himalaya because of. So then what will happen in this case? The climate change may affect the snow melt. Already we have discussed. Then what happens? These rivers are going to be in endangered positions because of the overflow. At one point of the time, the total snow is going to be melted away. Then the situation is going to be draft situation. So in this case, the integration with the forest preservation programs and need a better monitoring and understanding of the various phenomena we need to do from the government by using these predictions. So then floods in the Ganga river. So as we told that when the excessive ice melt is there, so then what will happen? There is going to be total greenery was covered with the water, and the river water levels are going to be moving at the high levels. And there we can see, here is the one example of the Lord Shiva was there in the middle of the Ganga river, and there we can see the migrants are moving on the bridges, and there we can see migrants are moving through the water. So this is going to be what we understand from this one. So the excessive melting water, this create a floods in the Ganga river. So that means the in and around of the people of the Ganga river, they will face the problem. At the same time, they have to shift it to the high grounds. So then the migrations are going to be the biggest task is going to be, and need to handle this part. So then what are the outcomes from this presentation? Developing measures for Himalayan areas. So development measures, we need to take it, and we need to handle this kind of the situations in a better manner. And glacier melting into the lake and in Himalayas, then what will happen? It will understand how the melting is going to be taking place, and what are the different situations are going to be triggering the excessive water, and then everything we need to consider. Next, the Himalayan rivers, how they formed and how they are going to be. So then this case we need to understand how any obstacles are there, and it's need a certain space to move to the ocean. So that's we need to care about it. And the floods in the Ganga river, then in this case we need to understand because of the melting of the ice. So these kind of the predictions we need to do, and we need to provide the facilities to the Himalayan areas people. So the thank you to make you to educate. We are doing more number of videos. For more updates, follow the channel.